out here spilling tea and telling truth on gymnastics every day over here on the Gymnastics for Everyone Network, hosted by Makayla Loves Gymnastics. Girl, you know I'm up here rolling up so we can hit this story. Welcome back to my channel, Makayla Loves Gymnastics. Welcome back to my channel. Get in here, honey, and sit down. We're about to start very shortly.
Gymnastics
for
everyone in network.
Gymnastics for everyone in network.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Makayla Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this very special late night episode of the Gymnastics for Everyone podcast or network. I'm so sorry. With me, Oscar. Hey, Oscar.
Hi. I was big for a moment.
I know, right? I'm trying to get it in the right order. So today, everybody. Hey, that's just going to be the order for now. God damn it. So today, everybody, we are going to talk about. We're going to touch the NCAA very lightly. I guess Selena Harris got a 10. I see it on Twitter. We're going to touch the NCAA very lightly. Then we're going to move on to what everybody cares about, which is Winter Cup. We're going to brush over that very lightly. We're going to talk about that more tomorrow, but we're going to definitely talk about it a little bit tonight. And then we're going to go into the meats and potatoes where we're going to react to one of my favorite gymnastics channels currently at the moment, the THESOVGC channel, Wally, one of my favorites. And we're going to react to one of his videos. So, Oscar, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm happy to be here.
Cool, friend. So everybody,
Happy weekend.
happy weekend. I'm pretty sure UCLA is still going on. It's just wrapping up, so I understand. Come on in as that's going on. I promise you guys tonight.
I did. I saw that. It's on my Twitter. We can watch it.
I promise you guys tonight, this is not going to be no 7-hour long show. You all got me for an hour and 30 minutes. That's it. That is it. As soon as 1 hour and 30 minutes happens, I'm getting off no matter what we talking about. An hour and 30 minutes. So
even if Sky Blakely gets in the chat.
Even if Dominique Dawes gets in the chat. A minute and 30 seconds. I mean, an hour and 30 minutes. And then we're getting off. So, with that being said, I haven't watched most of the NCAA, so I don't have enough information to really gather strong opinions about a lot of things. But I will say this. LSU, you should be a damn shame. That them scores are just so ridiculous. And for y'all to celebrate them scores like that was valid. Haley Bryant, no tea, no shade. That was not no damn perfect beam routine. You know this. I know this. There was a clear balance break in the routine. That routine should have went 9-8. So for it to went 10 is just crazy.
What do you want for her in terms of a reaction?
I don't want. At least don't celebrate false tens. Like you had a balance check, girl. Don't sit up there and put the crown on your head and the team jump and cheer for that. Like, at least show some kind of decorum. Like,
Even though it was the 10 that gave her her gym slam, getting a
especially
10 on every event, right?
especially because it was the 10 getting her on her gym slam. Because
I reject this 10. I rebuke it.
I definitely
That's
like. I don't need y'all to give me scores. I will earn my scores.
She's just as capable of as any gymnast of earning those scores, deservedly.
Sometimes, sometimes.
What? When is she not capable of earning a 10? That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
she's capable.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. She is capable of earning those scores. This one,
Yes,
maybe it sounded because I said deservedly, like I was saying she deserved this one. I don't
yes,
think
no,
she did.
no.
Just because
Um,
of her front tuck and maybe her dismount, but I couldn't see her feet because of the camera angle.
when you have, and then again, I'm gonna keep because it's this young lady from um Michigan State. She does the vault just as good, if not better than Haley Bryant does. And
The gymnast who was the first to get a 10 this season on ball or on any
correct,
event, Sage
correct.
Kellerman.
Yes. She did the same vault. Perfect landing. Scored a 9-9 or 9-9-2-5, something around there. Haley Bryant, chest low, balance check on the landing. What, 9-9-7-5? Like,
Oh, you kind of caught a lot of this meet, more than me. You saw 2 of Haley's events?
I mean, I like LSU, so it's just I don't. For me, it just was. They're gonna get humbled. That's all I'm for to say. They're just gonna get humbled.
When it turns into 6 judges, is that what makes the difference?
Postseason, when people are being extra picky on these scores, they're gonna get humbled.
Oh, so the judge, even if it was 4 judges, they would probably be more strict, do you think, with taking deductions in the
Mm-hmm.
postseason?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Smells like corruption.
It does. Speaking of corruption, well, not so much corruption, but Winter Cup is upon us, and we finally got a roster.
Which means
And
Lexi Zeiss's reign is about to come to an end.
maybe, maybe not, because you never know who's gonna do the all around. Like we see lots of people on the roster, but most of them girls are gonna do 1 or 2 events. So
I know I was really disappointed last year when I went to Winter Cup and all of the girls didn't do the all around. I expected them to all do it.
I don't expect. I don't expect Gabby.
I wish they
Maybe
would say which events they were planning on doing, but I think they probably don't do that in part because they're gonna change their decision based off how things are going.
yeah, because 2 weeks from like right now they'd be like, I'm gonna do the all around. The day of the meet, they're gonna be like, my knee, ankles, let's just do bars. Let's just do bars. Now for Gabrielle, I expect the bar routine, if nothing else.
Oh, okay, let's talk about who you're gonna be most okay with personally, having a less difficult routine but not sacrificing execution. Like, who is okay at this point in the season to not be doing their hardest routine, assuming that they will pull the difficulty when it counts the most later in the season? Does Gabby need the 7-0 at Winter Cup? Come on.
She needs at least. She needs to be a competitive 6'4".
That makes sense to me because that's like where Charlize is, and yeah, that would be great because it puts her above Sky, and they were using Sky for bars, right?
Mm-hmm. If Suni's gonna be here, which I don't, I think she said she's not, but
She wasn't on the list that I saw.
Jordan might do the all around.
Can I share the list so
Yeah,
everyone can see?
yes. I do think Gabby is trying to get some assignments.
Maybe I could find it on USAG, right? This is a different looking list, but it has the junior women as well. That's exciting. Can you read this at all?
No, I can't see it.
I think that the viewers will be able to see it. So can I read it to you or something?
Yes. Yes, the
Okay,
viewers.
we
I
have
can't
Sky.
see it.
Do you want me to go back to the other photo because you can see it better?
No, no, you're good.
Okay, Sky Blakely will go Lai, Pue, Gage. These are the senior women. Dulce Kaler, WCC. Jordan Childs, WCC. Chloe Cho, um, Gymnastics Olympica USA. Nora Christian, Cascade Elite West. Nicole Desmond, World Champion WCC. I think she switched from CGA. Maybe not this last year, but I hadn't noticed that. Gabby Douglas, Woga. Tatum Josh, Flips Gymnastics. Addison Feta, Prestige Gymnastics. Jayla Hang, Pacific Rain. Mad Ray Johnson, Woga. Caitlin Jong, Metroplex. Miley Liu, San Mateo. Kalia Lincoln, Woga. Evelyn Lowe, I guess they're going by Evie now. Or that's how it's listed here. Gage. Nola Matthews, Airborne Gymnastics Training Center. Zoe Miller, WCC. Annalisa Milton, Gage. Malia Milton, Gage. Zoe Malomo, Metroplex. Marissa Neal, Gage. Brooke Pearson, WCC. Michelle Pineda, Metroplex. Hesley Rivera, Woga. Simone Rose, Pacific Rain. Lacey Saltzman, Texas Dreams. Audrey Snyder, First State. Ashley Sullivan. Oh, Ashley Sullivan at Metroplex. She was a Woga girl.
Oh, she guess she changed.
Love that for her. Tiana Sumanasakura, WCC. Trinity Thomas, University of Florida. Kamara Williams, MO Edge Gymnastics Riverside. And Alicia Zhou from Love Gymnastics. Do you want me to read the... Can I read the juniors?
Sure, go
No,
ahead.
there's... Okay. I'll make it quick. Isabella Anzola, Georgia Elite. Harlow Buddendeck, RGA, which is in New York. Charlie Bullock, Capital Gymnastics National Training Center. Lavi Crane, Gage. Ali D'Amelio, San Mateo. Addie Fulcher, Bull City. Daisy Lesperance, Bull City. Caroline Moreau, Texas Dreams. Claire Pease, Woga. Tyler Turner, Airborne Gymnastics Training Center. Trinity Wood, Gymnastics National Training Center. Thank you for letting me do that.
So, from the list of the people who are on the roster, what do we think? We don't have to go through everybody. Who do we think is going to do what? But I think Gabby, we might see bars and we might see a beam routine. I don't think we're going to see ball on the floor yet.
I think we'll see a double twisting Yurchenko. But maybe it actually just doesn't make sense, even if she has it. Like, why? I don't know about that.
Maybe she'll just do ball.
That would be really perplexing.
Trinity says she's all for events and she wants to do the all around.
I saw such a funny comment on Gymlandia's video, their most recent one they posted today, that was like, someone saying that they're on Trinity's close friends list on Instagram. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, yeah, okay. And she had posted like all these crazy skills, like a double on floor, the double twisting Yurchenko, the Chuso. So they think she's coming, and I really hope they're right. I would love to see it.
I mean, she's always had the talent. She just never had the drive for elite gymnastics like that. So
I don't know her personally, so yeah.
exactly, I don't know her personally either, and I don't know where she fits on this Olympic team at. If I'm just being honest, like I just can't. Just being realistic now, I just don't see any scenario where she makes this team.
I'm looking at it this way, or at least I'm looking at this as one possible outcome. So it's not set in stone that she doesn't make the team in my eyes. Like, I think she could do Makayla DiCello's job just as good, if not better, if she gets that double ball.
So she's fighting Kayla. She's fighting her Gator teammates for that.
I'm just saying she's like a very well-rounded all-arounder with no standout events, but like the same. She is pretty strong on bars. She is pretty strong on floor.
And see the
I
other.
don't know about vault and bars or vault and beam.
But see, that in my mind is also Sky Blakely's position. So,
I didn't say Makayla DiCello was going to make the team, right? I just said that they are competing and people are saying Makayla DiCello is in the mix. So why not Trinity Thomas?
I hear your point. I accept your point.
That was just to the world, though, not directed at you. That statement.
No, I understand what you're saying. They are fighting for that third all around.
Or it's like the alternate spot that they're fighting for.
Or they're fighting for the alternate spot too.
Zoe Miller's told a bunch of media that she wants to do the all around really badly. Kalia Lincoln said she's not going to do the all around.
I mean, Zoe. Okay, this is the issue with Zoe. It's not even an issue; it's a fact. Zoe is a good all-arounder in these type of scenario where like the top player girls aren't there. Because Zoe was like about to go to Pan American because going into the Pan American Games trials, I think either Zoe was like first or second in the all around before she had whatever happened to her. Not the Pan American Games, the Pan American Championships that happened
Wait,
earlier in
where was she? Where was she first or second?
the little trials they had for the Pan American Championships.
It was separate from the. I don't think there was a Pan Am. Wait, Pan Am Championships in June. They
Not
had a
Pan
trial
Am, not Pan Am Games that happened after World. The one that happened,
in
I don't know, like
May.
June, May, something like that. Jocelyn was on the team. Zoe was on the team, but something happened to her where she had a concussion and didn't do no events. Addison Fatal.
This is what I was talking about with. That's another meet that I watched live and haven't rewatched. Like I forgot about that.
Addison Fatal was there.
Was Lexi
Somebody,
Dice there?
I'm not. I want to say yes, but I'm not.
I remember Tiana. Oh, Madre was there as well. Thank you,
I think
Woocher.
Tiana was the all around. And see, they set Tiana ass up at that competition because they was giving Tiana's like 14s on every event. And then she went to nationals and classics, and they was like, no.
From the videos I watched, those routines looked like her cleanest routines of the whole season.
Yeah, I hope
I'm
she
not.
didn't get.
That suggests that the scores were fair, and they weren't, in my opinion.
Hmm. Because they was giving Tiana close to what they was giving Jocelyn. They was scoring Jocelyn for routine 14, and then they were scoring Tiana's like 13-8, which
It was about they were about to set her up like Suni in 2019. Like, oh yeah, you can win with less difficulty.
yeah, and
Didn't she
sorry,
have the
Tiana.
same passes? Or I guess she does double pike instead of double tuck
Yeah.
as 2019 Suni.
I don't know why. I'm just not a Tiana fan like that. Like she's one of those girls where I can see her. I see her talent. I think she's a wonderful gymnast. I just don't.
I don't think she is really in the running for this 2024 team, but if she stays on, I see so many things she could like improve on, and she has so many strengths already.
WCC have 4 girls that has a possibility of making this team in my mind, and Tiana is not one of those girls.
Nicole Desmond.
Is not one of those girls.
Okay, can I guess? Is it Jordan Childs? Is it Simone
Yes,
Biles?
clearly.
Is it, well, you changed your mind about Zoe. You said now she does have a shot. So
Yeah.
Zoe. And I guess Jocelyn. Who else could it be?
There we go. That's their 4. Now I'm
Who
not
else?
saying all of them have as great as a shot as the Nets, but I'm just saying they have some kind of slice of the pie as like a hope.
I think, I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder what, I'm curious about Tiana's perspective on making her, about her chances of making this team and what people are saying to her, like the adults. Because for all I know, like they're like,
I do agree.
don't
Tiana
put
might
your
start.
energy into the future.
I'm telling you, Tiana might come to Winter Cup and she might win. It means nothing. It's Winter Cup. Lexi's Ice won Winter Cup last year. Did she make it to the world team? No.
Not that year, the year before.
She was the alternate.
Yeah, she still got a medal. She still was on the podium. She still went to the UK or wherever they were.
She was Makayla. She was Makayla Skinner last year. Who was Makayla Skinner this year?
Kayla DiCello.
Kayla DiCello.
Can you believe that? I'm like honestly shocked that Leanne made both those, like wasn't the alternate for both of those years. And I'm a Leanne stan.
Leanne made every Olympic. Leanne was the alternate of the last Olympic Games and made every Olympic.
Uh,
She was the hope and the dream of Reagan Smith. Like,
Wait, so she's been to every Worlds this quad?
yeah, she was the old one
Or not just
silver
been, she's
medal.
competed at all three.
She was, yes, and won medals.
Anyone else who's done that? Rebecca?
No, Rebecca didn't go to. Wait, did she go?
Yeah, she was
Yeah, she
she
went
was
to.
like the
She,
vault world champion and the bars
yeah,
silver medalist. She might have. No, she didn't do floor. I'm so worried for Leanne. Like beyond worried. That's an understatement.
I don't know. Hopefully, her in Florida have a strategy. That's all I have. That's all I have for Leanne.
That's like all we can do is just like hope that some smart decisions are being made and they know what they're doing.
Correct.
Are you
So,
also excited for this Kamara Williams to compete?
I don't know who that is.
She's this really exciting young gymnast who's competing a lot of pretty original skills. I don't know if original makes it sound like it's eponymous. It's not, except for this one combination, which I've never seen anyone else do before. It's a Johnson leap, which is a switch leap with a quarter turn to an immediate back tuck, standing sideways on the beam.
Oh wow, that is unique.
She's pretty strong on all of the events. I haven't seen as much difficulty on bars, but on floor she's training double layouts, chusos, double doubles, 2.5 front layout, and she has a double twisting Yurchenko. Really excited to see her. Wish I could see it in person. So what now?
So that is our preview of tomorrow. Because tomorrow we're going to dive more in depth into it and talk about all the girls and give
Oh
y'all what y'all
yeah.
want.
Okay, great.
But for tonight, I think it's going to take up the last hour of the show. I want to watch the channel, THESOVGC channel, Mr. Wally himself, and we are going to react to his reaction of. No, that's not right. We're going to react to his rejudging of the 1996 European floor exercise finals.
Oh, I thought this was a new video. It's not?
It was it new to me. I don't know.
Oh. Yes, shout outs to Wally, the THESOVGC. They are a really great gymnastics historian, and they're also really funny, and they edit their videos really well, and they're really nice.
Very nice. Very pro-Russian. Very pro-Russian. Very, very, very pro-Russian. Yeah, and I'm waiting on his hour-long video of him reading Kim Zemesco winning the 91 World Championships.
Step into
It's hard for me to believe that he hasn't already done that competition.
I think he done pieces of it, but
The video's only 20 minutes. I expected it to be longer. That's great. It means we might have time to finish early or watch another one. Or talk extra.
That's what I expect us to do. Talk through it.
Okay.
That's okay, Kyle. Most people don't get notifications. That's YouTube. But thanks.
Is it because you're... Is there an echo?
I don't know. YouTube just hates me sometimes.
Is there an echo for you?
No.
Okay, thank you. Is it because you're... What's it called? Blacklisted?
Probably.
Or shadow banned? That's what I meant. Should I start it?
Yes.
Всем привет! Меня зовут Wally и добро пожаловать на мой канал. Another day, another code of points. Today we are taking on the 1993 code of points head on, much like a car crash. And we're going to be looking at the floor exercise final at the 1996 Europeans in Birmingham, UK.
Is the audio okay?
Yes, I hear it fine. And tonight we are talking about the 1996 European floor exercise final. We are reacting to the channel THESOVGC. The channel host or the channel's creator, his name is Wally, and we are reacting to this video.
Can I ask why you say it's OG instead of GC?
Oh crap! That's called dyslexia, kids. Dyslexia.
Sorry, that was an earnest question. The
I understand.
GC.
It's not OG, it's GV.
GC.
Or GC. GC, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Всем привет! Меня зовут Wally и добро пожаловать на мой канал. Another day, another code of points. Today we are taking on the 1993 code of points head on.
Okay, that makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. And somebody, thank you. Now I can understand. The Soviet gymnastics expert.
No, it's not. I mean, he is the expert, but that's not why it's GC.
The Soviet gymnastics commentator?
It could be a lot of things. I've thought about this, but I haven't asked them.
I'm going to go the Soviet gymnastics channel. There we go.
It's 90.
I believe that's what it is. The Soviet gymnastics channel.
By the way, I love his Nemov poster. And it looks like there's a Chinese gymnast, but I can't tell who.
Probably Yang Bo, because that's the only Chinese gymnast that he likes.
He likes Lily.
Much like a car crash. And we're going to be looking at the floor exercise final at the 1996 Europeans in Birmingham, UK. In another edition in my Robbed Goddesses ? Series. So these championships were actually the first time in a long time, if ever, that a team competition was held at a Europeans. But what's interesting is there is very little known about the team competition other than the placements. The actual scores from the team competition mostly are unknown. It also served as the qualification for the event finals that we'll be talking about later. I just think it's very odd. My personal Bible, which is gym-forum.net, which I've relied on since I was...
Do you use this website?
Gym dash. The answer is no.
Gym and dash forum. I'm writing it down. Can you hear it if I mute it?
Play it.
No, I can't even hear.
I've relied on since I was literally, 15 years old. They have no scores for the team competition. I don't even know how many gymnasts competed on each team, actually. It's a bit of a mystery. So I just wanted to put that out there. A little bit of lore, as it were. These championships are probably most famous for turning into the last...
We can't find it. How the hell are we? Clips from the 1996 European team competition. That's on the list, Makayla.
Oh, needs to uncover?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll add it also.
Because if he can't find clips, I'm sure somebody have the video.
Or someone was there and can tell us.
Exactly. Yeah, Boganskaya was there. Maybe she could tell us.
So true.
Hurrah of Svetlana Baginskaya, the legendary legend who came back after 2 years of retirement in a bid for her third Olympics, competing for an independent Belarus. She surprised many people by having possibly the meet of her lifetime and winning the silver medal in the all-around. I remember it being incredibly exciting and very unexpected, but at the same time, I wasn't really that surprised because I was a huge Baginskaya fan, and I knew you could never underestimate her because she is one fierce competitor.
Hyundai Tucson.
She is one fierce competitor. Estimate her because she can get the eye of the tiger. She is one fierce competitor. Also, the landscape was just so much different back then. It was very rare to see a gymnast competing in her early to mid 20s, as Baginskaya was 23 in 1996. And thankfully that has changed so much. Nowadays, a gymnast is pretty much able to compete as long as she wishes. You love to see it. I will always contend that there are a few gymnasts who, through no fault of their own, through either genetics or they could be prone to injury, but for those gymnasts, I don't think they have the option to compete as long as they want. And that's why I personally feel that age limits should not be raised any higher than they already are. I'm filming this as Russian nationals were going on, and to see what has happened to my girl, Vlada Urazova, is very depressing, honestly. And she is a gymnast who really peaked when she was 14 or 15. And if you go back and watch her then, it's like a completely different gymnast. She was doing incredible work. It's just sad that there's a chance she may have never seen an Olympics if the age limit was raised.
You asked me to stop it?
Yes. I'm sorry, Wally. I thoroughly disagree with you. I thoroughly disagree with you. I know you are stuck in the 90s, but this is 2024, and I'm sorry. Like, yeah, Yara didn't make the Olympic team till she was 18. I mean, no, she wasn't 18. She was 16. Yeah.
Wait, I don't even understand what the opinion is.
He says that he feel like they should not raise the age limit for the girls because sometimes they peak at 13 and 14, and those 13s and 14-year-olds should be allowed to compete. I feel the total and complete opposite, that no, those 13 and 14-year-olds should not be doing those hard tricks. Let them go to school and get their education and save their bodies until they're 18 or 19.
Wait, to me it wasn't clear that that's what he was saying, because it sounded like he was saying that they peaked at 13 or 14, but that they also should be allowed to compete as they want and shouldn't be pressured to retire because of their age. So why can't the compromise be?
Rewinding, because that's not. I heard the total and complete opposite. I heard he's like, yay, some girls can compete till they're older, but my girls, the Russians basically, they peak at 13 and 14, so that's when they should be able to compete. That's what I heard. So let's rewind it.
Saying Semenova was pressured to retire early, like she wanted to keep doing gymnastics. Because he was like, he showed Chuso when he was saying it's so great that nowadays most gymnasts are able to compete for as long as they want to. I'm happy to replay it.
Yes.
Gymnast competing in her early to mid 20s, as Baginskaya was 23 in 1996, and thankfully that has changed so much. Nowadays, a gymnast is pretty much able to compete as long as she wishes. You love to see it. I will always contend that there are a few gymnasts who, through no fault of their own, through either genetics or they could be prone to injury, but for those gymnasts, I don't think they have the option to compete as long as they want. And that's why I personally feel that
I totally misunderstood. Sorry.
Oh, so I'm not crazy. Okay.
I don't know if he was saying what you thought he was, but he wasn't talking about federations or coaches retiring older gymnasts or pressuring older gymnasts to retire so that younger ones can take their spots.
Correct.
He wasn't talking about that.
Age limits should not be raised any higher than they already are. I'm filming this as Russian nationals were going on, and to see what has happened to my girl, Vlada Urazova, is very depressing, honestly. And she is a gymnast who really peaked when she was 14 or 15. And if you go back and watch her then, it's like a completely different gymnast. She was doing incredible work. It's just sad that there's a chance she may have never seen an Olympics if the age limit was raised. Unfortunately for Sveta, she did not have as much success in the event finals in Brum as she would have liked. Despite qualifying for all 4 individual event finals, she did not medal on any of them. She finished 4th on vault, 6th on bars, 4th on beam, and 6th on floor. And in the floor final, a couple of costly low landings on a couple of punch fronts really hurt her score. Just as an aside, because I'm low-key the tangent king, although Baginskaya's floor routines and her comeback I thought were completely adequate, in my opinion they could not hold a candle to her tremendous floor work that she had in the prior quadrennium. However, there are a couple of glorious moments in her floor routine here that she did Europeans. There is a section where she is just writhing frantically on the floor. It's so good. It's just camp. I love it.
They told us to follow our dreams, then said they
Also in my video about the 97 Worlds Beam Final, we talked about how originality was no longer specifically mentioned or valued in that code. Sadly, the buck started here in 1993 with no mention of originality. You could really see that in this floor final when Rosalia Galieva did an incredible split leg double layout that we had only seen maybe from Tatiana Gutsu before, but she landed just a little bit short and she wasn't given any kind of extra credit or bonus for performing that skill. She got hit up and then some. She only scored in 9.762 despite all of her other landings being spot on and doing this gorgeous flamenco piece with an exciting and dramatic ending. I love that routine. It ended up only being good enough for 5th place, which is a crying shame and possibly a robbery even. We'll get to the main robbery later, but this was kind of like the pre-game robbery. I don't know. As much fun as it would be to show the entire floor final, this video would be centuries long. I absolutely think a case could be made for Galieva to have finished on this podium. All was not lost as she did win the beam title here at European, so thank goodness for that at least. So we are going to look at the 4 top routines from the final and see what shakes loose. We'll see what conclusions we can discover together.
Oscar?
Sorry, which final was that Rosa Galieva routine? Because I think you said 93.
No, he's talking about 96.
Okay, that's
Because
what I thought.
She made floor finals, but she came in like last place, and he was upset about it.
That was 96? I think he said 93. That's why I was confused. Thank you.
As one happy family. Because Euros were held in the UK, this is British commentary. I'm not sure if it's British Eurosport, and also there is no Monica Phelps. But we do have Mitch Fenner. May he rest in peace. And we're going to go in the order they competed for the top 4. First up in the final was Dina Anatolievna Kochekova. So I love as soon as the music starts, her eyes light up. Showtime. Double layout, big and beautiful.
So you're not going to talk about how that was tut over
Right
Wally.
the other way to front.
Like the landing, or she bent her legs in the air?
In the air, it was basically a very open double tuck. That's how Dina Kochekova always.
Showtime. Double lay.
We really can't see.
You'll see in the replay.
Big and beautiful.
But Nathan said he thought the same thing.
To front layout, little crooked.
Leg separation, right?
Leg separation, a little crooked.
I love the choreography in this routine. It feels like every movement has a purpose, and it's
She literally
wonderfully in
rolled on the
time with the
ground and
music.
got that far.
A little bit of a smoke break there. Handspring, Rudy,
Yeah,
back
yeah, for 2
handspring.
minutes.
That was wonky.
She did a Rudy back handspring. That was nothing. It was worth nothing. Like, he is carrying. That's why I wanted to. When I watched this the first time, I got pissed off. Because I'm just like, are we watching the same thing?
Wait, why? Why does it matter as long as it starts out at 10? He just talked about how they got rid of whichever of the risk, originality, and virtuosity.
Why does what matter? I'm so sorry. I don't understand the question, Fred.
I'm asking, why does the Rudy back handspring being not worth much? Why does it matter if the routine starts out at 10?
Because when he talks about other people and then he's going to talk about the level of difficulty that they had, a Rudy was not worth nothing. So when you compare and contrast to other people who was doing harder routines, you will understand why she got the score that she got.
Oh, okay. Was this her dismount or her middle pass?
Her third pass.
Or 4?
Huh?
Of 4?
Yes.
So what are other girls, or before you spoil that, what's an equivalent to a third pass Rudy back handspring?
To another layout step out.
No, what would be an equivalent in terms of difficulty?
In this code of points?
No, in that one.
No, I'm saying girls who have done that telling pass but did it Rudy back handspring through to a layout step out. She just did a Rudy to a back handspring.
Right, that's not as hard, right?
Correct.
So what is another tumble that would be just as difficult as a Rudy back handspring in that code?
Front handspring, front full, front tuck.
Front tuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because I think the Rudy was an E in this code of points, actually.
And a front handspring, front full, front tuck is worth an E?
A front handspring, front full is a D plus a bonus, so it gets a 0.1 bonus. So equivalently, yes.
Wow. I would have guessed you would have a need to at least lay it out the second skill.
To lay out the second skill, like a lot of the girls was doing, they was getting 0.2 bonus because a layout was a B, or it had to be a B. So yeah, it was a very strange code of points with those front telling passes, because they had those front telling passes way overvalued. But they would do this thing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but they would do this thing where, okay, your routine would start from a 10, but they would be like, you did a front handspring, front full front tuck. That means your routine ain't worth shit. 9.7. It was weird.
We know he stands Soviets. That's kind of why we love him.
Absolutely. Where there's still 10s in 96, nobody got a 10.0 in 96. Like, and about time this code of points happened, they was like, no ma'am. And this is kind of what they need to do in the NCAA now. Like, kind of be like, okay, yeah, everybody can't be getting. We would rather see no 10s than to see all the ridiculous 10s that are given out.
Could you repeat the thing you said about front assembly?
Oh, they were ridiculously overvalued. And
oh yeah,
but the judges still even though your routine was worth a 10, they still would give you like a 9.6 because they were like, why are you trying us with these easy ass tumbling passes, girl?
They would give you a 9.6 star value?
No, they would just give you a 9.6 score, even though your routine was worth a 10 because your level of difficulty was low.
I'm familiar with that. Why do you think, from your perspective, was the front tumbling out of whack then?
They were really trying to encourage the front tumbling.
Oh, did it have to do with that rumor, I'll say, that a lot of people in the gymnastics community, maybe coaches included, maybe FIG officials, thought that front tumbling was dangerous, more dangerous than back tumbling?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, in some ways, it kind of is. I wouldn't say more dangerous. It is harder. Like a front layout full is harder than a back layout full.
Leanne got a 10 tonight? Oh, good for her. Ready?
Yes.
We have a smoke break there. Handspring, Rudy. Back handspring.
Cricket.
One other.
Sorry. So the layout step out would make it worth an E? Or a Rudy was an E?
No, the Rudy was an E. The back handspring didn't give her no connection value. She would have to do the back handspring through to a layout step out to get the connection value that she was looking for. And I think it was worth a 0.1, maybe a 0.2.
Why didn't girls do back handspring layout step out of double saltos?
I don't know.
I'm sure it was done.
The required elements is you had to perform 2 tumbling passes, one with 2 saltos, and the second having a third different salto. So those 3 saltos had to be different. And here's our mixed series, round off, straddle jump into a back handspring.
Change of tempo and music. And she'll match that with speed of sunlight.
And dismount, pike full in.
Interesting double back.
Great landing.
Well, the audience loved this.
At Nordstrom Rack, find.
I wasn't paying attention to the choreography in the first half of the routine.
It was very lacking.
So I can't comment.
Well, the audience loved this. She won the World Championship back in 1994.
I think a thing that hurts Dina is her personality is incredibly stoic. She's very serious. You'll notice that a lot of the gymnasts wave to the crowd. I don't think I ever saw her do that. I don't think I ever really even saw her
Did you
smile
take any
or
deductions
really
for this double layout?
let the.
I didn't hear him deduct for anything.
But do you see this double layout?
Audience know that
It looks like Angelina's.
she appreciated them.
Absolutely.
So it kind of makes them, not necessarily want to root for her.
But wait until you get this score that he's going to say that she deserved. And so from this, now this is a 10.0 now. What would you give in this routine? It's the 10.0 system now.
Oh. I'm just gonna make up a number. I don't know this code. What's your score?
Oh, I've thought about this. This routine would have got a 9.7 for me.
all I can really do is put it in relations to other routines I've seen from that year. But I've never seen this floor final, and I believe that is different competition to competition. So 9-7 was really mid in 96.
Oh, it was a good mid score.
Right. But it still was a good. No, actually, I was about to say something wrong. I'm guessing he's gonna give it at least. Honestly, I'm guessing the judges gave this a 9.825, and I think Wally would give it a 9.837, or he wouldn't really give it a random number like that. So maybe a 9.
Very close.
9.85.
Okay, so this is what the game is going to be. I'm going to tell you what I would score it, and then I'm going to want you to guess what he scored it and what the actual score was, because that was fun. Okay.
So it kind of makes them, you know, not necessarily invested in her, which is unfortunate because
Now watch this pipe
the quality of her gymnastics is quite good.
Separation. The scissor leg.
To be fair, all the girls were doing their full in double pikes like that.
And none of those girls were scoring 10s either. So the judges was doing their job.
All right, just all 10s? Because Gutsu did hers like that?
Well, that was 92. This was a different code of points.
I just watched so much 92. So I'm confusing it with 96. In 96, who was doing a full in double pike? Dominique Dawes.
And hers did not look like that. Not at all.
I feel compelled to say Carrie Strug had one.
Did she?
Maybe not.
Or was hers in tuck? I don't remember, actually. Wow. I'm sorry, Carrie.
Who else had one at 96?
Amy Chow had one and it looked just like that. Amy Chow had one and it looked just like that.
Amy Chow was never getting those high floor scores internationally.
She truly was not. Truly. Ooh.
But someone like Rosa Galieva could get a high score. She had
with her looking just like that too.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
And that routine easily, she fulfilled all the requirements. She got all her bonus. Easy to no start value. And her score is a 9.8, which isn't a horrible score for the first gymnast step, but ideally, it's difficult to win with a 9.8. For me, this 100% would have been a 9.85.
Girl. Girl, do y'all call us black gymnastics fans delusional? Girl.
Makayla, why don't you say the deduction since you know the code?
I don't even have this. I got 3 deductions that's going to bring us to a 9.7. That double layout should have been 0.2 because it was nowhere near laid out. That full in pipe.
I thought a lot of the girls were doing it like that at that time.
No, maybe in the 80s, but by the time the 90s happened, when we get to Milosevic, I'll show you what a double layout is supposed to look like. No.
I love that for Milo.
No.
Give Milo all her flowers.
Every last one of them things.
I'm sure we could find a wonky double A if we looked for one.
Thought it was
Oh, Shannon
brilliant.
Miller.
Does she have the same issues?
Yes, worse. Let's play.
Loved it. Every moment. It really has everything that I want to see in a floor routine. A good combination of dance, acrobatics, expression, feeling. It's just a great floor routine. And all of her landings were spot on. There are deductions in the routine, obviously. But when you weigh everything together, because honestly, I don't even think the judges really pay attention to the deduction sheet in all reality, as we'll see here in a few minutes. So it's just vibes, really. And for me,
Of course it's vibes. You didn't tell us one deduction.
Of course.
I'm still waiting for the deductions.
That routine sucked. It was one of her worst routines ever. They made her change it right before the Olympic Games, girl. Like,
I actually preferred her Atlanta routine.
her Atlanta routine was the routine she used most of the damn quad. It's just she tried this routine, and the Russians was just like, let's go back.
Who has that happened to recently?
Ooh. Ooh. Moving along, because I don't want to be on here for 5 hours going into that.
the vibes say 985. Next up is Lilia Prokopyeva, the all-around champion here in Brum. She is going for gold medal number 3. Handsprings double.
So how much are we taking for the cowboy?
It was bad. It was bad. I can't even lie.
But real genuine question.
1/10 of a point.
Double fronts, but she was a little bit over, had to take an extra big step, and then she was a little bit low and short on that Rudy.
There's no question on whose side the audience is.
Okay, this is interesting. The Olympic floor
Love this, just
champion.
a layout front into a front full. Although landing is a bit out of control
Earlier in
again.
the speech.
Such lovely choreography.
See, I love all these ballet type skills. It's obviously they had a theme and they went for it. She's playing or portraying a ballerina.
Classical line.
It's very adorable.
Touches add to the atmosphere
And she
presentation
just
of the exercise.
has glorious toe point as always. The little kick out to the side. She does a little bit better job hiding her smoke break than Kochikova.
The big finish.
Full in.
Interesting double top bar. She finished well.
The only good landing of the exercise, really.
How severe will the judges be?
I've never seen her at this Euros. Or at least not in the event finals.
Mm.
It wasn't bad. The routine, the Rudy was the biggest issue. And the cowboy.
I would have given this routine a 9.8.
What's the score right below 9-8?
9.877. I mean 9.775.
No, like it would be an because the judges can only go to a quarter of a tenth, right?
Uh-huh.
I always think about it as if the judges could have thrown individually a 9.787, but it's just an average.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay, I think he's gonna give it. I think he would put it harshly. So 9762 or 9775 or 75.
On Bass Reeves.
And I think it got a 9787.
Okay.
Well, they came up in her favour 24 hours ago. Some people were disappointed.
So I don't remember if they show the double front in the replay, but she had quite a significant cowboy on it. Also, she's capable of doing a double front half out, but she chose to not do it here. That, for me, would take away some extra credit. The landing on her first 3 passes was not good. Those should be significant deductions of at least a 10th for each one, in my opinion.
Her round off technique looks so nice. I just had to say that.
I probably would have that at 965 to 97, and she got a 9862, which means she actually received 2 9.9s.
Oh man, Oscar, when I heard that part, I was like, I can't even take the rest of this video seriously. You talking about you would give that routine a 965?
Wait, I didn't even hear his score. I gasped at the actual score being 9862, and that I was so off. 965.
That's the score he said he would give it.
I think he's being very, not very. I think he's being intentional, and I think he's being tactful and omitting things like, so far, he might include it later, that she's like the reigning world champion, and she's not going to get a 965 with a hit routine. Yeah.
At 965 to 97, and she got a 9862, which means she actually received 2 9.9s. This is why I feel like the deduction sheet is optional. And I know when the WTC wrote the code of points, that was not how it was intended to be used. And that really pisses me off, honestly. Next up, we have the reigning Olympic floor champion, Lavinia Milosevic. And at 19 years of age, she was making a bid for her second Olympic team.
Let's go.
Opening with a beautiful double layout, good power.
That's what a double layout is supposed to look like.
The music is Hooked on America, which is this hodgepodge collection of, I guess, American themes, including some Gershwin. Whip through the 2.5 twist punch front, a little bit quick.
Were they deducting the girls for leg separation in their whips back then?
I don't think so, because everybody was doing it like that.
There, and she had to fight that landing a little bit. There's a cat leap double, a rare D dance skill. Low key, that was the highlight of the routine for me. I do love how easily she incorporated that double turn into the routine. She actually has good amplitude on all of her elements, but the choreography does nothing for me personally. Quite a bit of a smoke break. Full in. Very good landing on the full in.
Wow. I'm sorry, I think her choreography was bad, but I think she sold it to me.
She served.
She sold it to me.
She landed with her chest all the way up. Not that that's something that they really paid attention to in '96, but it's still good to see.
Borrow the phrase, I think. They must say, you ain't seen nothing yet. Straight to Atlanta then.
So I was looking at the code of points, and the cat lead double is named after somebody named Benton, or it was then. I don't think it is anymore, but I have no idea what gymnast was named Benton.
That was so much better than I ever thought it would be. Like, in my mind, I had her not at this level. Maybe she wasn't at this level at the Olympics? Is that why?
She was a little beat up at the Olympics, but overall, Milosevic was that girl.
I need to revisit.
It sounds like it was maybe somebody who was Canadian or something, I'm not sure. Sounds like a Canadian name, doesn't it?
Second tumble. Sorry, her final tumble.
But the choreography to me felt very immature, very juniorish, and not a lot of depth. But she gets a 98.62, which ties her with Pokapayeva. And let's talk about that, right? So I would clearly have Milosevic ahead of Pokapayeva because she did not have the same landing deductions, but I would not have her as high as Kochetkova, so I would probably have Milo at 9.8.
No. I feel like... Can we rewatch Dina's routine?
Huh?
Can we rewatch Dina's routine, please?
At the end, because we got one more.
So Dina 9.85.
This is why I wanted to start this an hour ago, because we're almost at the hour and 30-minute mark, and we got one more routine to go.
Okay, well, we have 5 minutes. We'll make it.
9.8. Lily at 9.7 or 9.65. And the last of the gymnasts that we're going to watch is Joana Juarez from Spain. Which has a funky opening. And she's also going to mount with a double layout. Although it's a bit piked down there on the second salto. Right the other way into handspring.
That's rich that he wouldn't come at that form on Dina's double layer.
Front full, punch front. Now look at this eye contact. She's selling this. Good choreography. Good use of the music, as Christine said. Straddle jump back handspring into a stag ring. There's her gym macro. And then here's her triple turn. Good. Another D-dance element. Ooh. Bit of a ragged form on the two whips to double full, but she...
Wait. Her whips were so much better than Milo's.
Oh,
I don't get it.
Ooh, bit of a ragged form on the two whips to double full, but she does get indirect connection bonus for that. Not the best extension on those jumps.
Leave her alone!
But I think she's doing a pretty good job of selling this. Dismount, front, full to a pike front. Not the strongest dismount, In event finals, you were required to do a dismount with the D element, which the front full was a D in this code. So she does that.
Probably the best floor performance she's ever given.
What?
Somebody said we only have 5 minutes left, and I said we have 2 minutes left.
So this is interesting.
Okay, so what I would give this to is a 9-8, and she would be tied for bronze with Dina Kochakova, who I gave a 9-8. No, I gave Dina Kochakova a 9-7. Who else? I gave Makayla
that routine.
Huh?
I didn't see many issues with that routine.
The only issue I would give it is lack of difficulty. She wasn't at the same level. I mean, even though the skills was work the same, she wasn't at the same tumbling as the other girls. So I would give her a 9. I would tie her for second with Lilia Pokapaeva if I was the judge.
Okay, that's interesting.
Trying to evaluate it. I thought it was pretty solid.
Tumble, double straight. She just
Also,
I just want to make a guess. I think he'll give it 9.75, and the judges will give it 9.775.
so you see a little bit of a leg separation on that double layout. There were definitely form deductions galore, I would say, but just thematically, I thought it was a better routine than Milosevic's. Ooh, it's so hard because that middle pass, I don't like to see a double full in a floor final in 1996, but I don't know. I'm Natalie Imbruglia. I'm really torn. I don't know. Just my personal preference, like, I think the hindrances of her routine probably outweighed the things that I liked. So I probably would have this at a 9.75 behind Milosevic. I don't know, there's just something so textbook strong about Milosevic's tumbling and her dynamics and the way she performs the gymnastic elements. The Romanians typically have great amplitude, and I thought that Ioana was missing that. You saw that series, that combination she did into a Shushanova, like, I mean, the form was a bit untidy. I can't really...
I thought Dina was lacking amplitude on her straddle jump.
Look past Absolutely. That. And her score comes up. It is a 9.8, which means she ties for third with Dina Kochakova. I don't necessarily have an issue with her medaling, but I do have an issue with her scoring the same as Dina, which I felt was the best routine in the final. Certainly of the ones that we've seen and overall, because I did watch the entire final. I watched this about a month ago or so and thought we had another Rob Goss.
Okay, let's do it. Because the choreography was really boring, and she wasn't selling it the first few.
She wasn't doing nothing.
I'm gonna really pay attention.
And I love Dina Kochakova, and I hate that I'm sitting up here because she's like probably like one of my favorite Russian gymnasts behind Orkina, but Wally.
We love her. Dina.
I can tell you Gabby Douglas have bad ring leaps, and I love Gabby Douglas. Let's call her thing.
Dina Anatolievna Kochakova.
Come on the show and talk about it,
As soon as the music starts, her eyes light up. Showtime.
Wait, I just wanted to make sure Wally could hear that if he's watching. Say it again.
Please come on the show and talk about it. I would love to have a discussion with you about this.
Me too.
Was Dina Anatolievna Kochakova. Kova. So I love as soon as the music starts, her eyes light up. Showtime. Double layout, big and beautiful.
Light and confident in performance.
Girl.
Going back the other way to front full, front layout, little crooked.
Girl.
Interesting front. Straight front.
I love the choreography in this routine. It feels like
What was she doing here?
Confident in performance.
She was just standing after her tumble.
Right back the other way to front full, front layout, little crooked.
Interesting front. Straight front.
I love the choreography in this routine. It feels like every movement has a purpose, and it's wonderfully in time with the music. A little bit of a smoke break there. Handspring, Rudy, back handspring. One of the required elements is you had to perform 2 tumbling passes, one with 2 saltos, and the second having a third different salto. So those 3 saltos had to be different. And here's her mixed series, round off, swap into a back handspring.
Change of tempo and music. And she'll match that with speed of tumbling.
And dismount, pike full in.
Interesting double back.
Great landing.
Well, the audience loved it. She won the World Championship.
It was uninspiring choreography. So we both think Milo should have won.
Yes.
And just to clarify, I think I misspoke, sorry. It wasn't her straddle jump that lacked amplitude right there. That was good amplitude. I meant her popa, and then the second jump in this combination she did. Oh gosh, I don't know where it was. The popa. And then switch leap was good, but the turning straddle jump, I couldn't tell if that was a half or a full. No. Okay, let's finish the video.
A month ago or so.
So what order would you place him in before we finish his placement?
What'd you say?
How would you place those 4 gymnasts? Because they were the top 4.
Mila. It's tough because it looked like she had a lot of issues with her landings, or a lot of places to deduct from a modern perspective for Podkopayeva. But that's just not relevant. It's the deductions from that code, which I'm not totally familiar with. So it was clear that she had a generous amount of difficulty, and that girl independently was lacking difficulty. So I can see how those things would balance out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fine with them tie.
And plus, you gotta
getting silver or
you gotta understand the old way of landing. Even though we see them as like steps and lunges and like large steps, she was dancing out of them. So they could have not taken.
I just said I'm aware of that, but those particular landings looked messy. She didn't pull it off well.
I understand, but she's the reigning world champion, so I'm pretty sure they gave her credit for dancing out of it.
Totally. And then, I don't know.
And plus her choreography, if we're just going to talk about choreography, eating everybody else up, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. not just in terms of choreography, but also selling the routine and like I guess that is choreography, but it's just the most detailed and the most exhausting to perform.
Her toes are always pointed. Her legs are always straight, unless she's doing a cowboy double front. I mean, it's not much to take.
Compare,
Huh?
You can't compare Lilia's floor choreography to Dina's in this.
Yeah, it's not even on the same level.
What was Dina doing?
That's why the brushers made her go back to the other routine.
I'm glad they did, actually. So if you're judging this competition 10 times, all 10 times, Dina comes in fourth?
Sometimes, okay, if I'm just like, not him making me mad, just being realistic, I can make the argument that Dina had more difficulty than the Spanish young lady.
She did.
I could make an argument that Dina could have came in third place.
Yeah, I see multiple arguments to be made.
I don't see no in reality though. I don't see no place where she finishes ahead of either Milosevic or Pokapaeva though.
Yeah, I'm genuinely confused. It's kind of uncharacteristic of them to, or you would disagree, I'm guessing. But I think it's uncharacteristic of them to not include deductions when they acknowledge that there were deductions.
I'm telling you, and I'm telling you.
Okay, let's play.
In all, I'm sorry. All in all, he is saying he's not a gymnastics professional judge. This is just his opinion. So that's why I'm totally fine with it. It can make me mad, but I'm not like hating on him. Like, don't watch his channel. No, he's so pro-wrestling. He's not.
Go watch his channel, right?
Exactly. I'm telling you, go support the man. Like, it is. Look, especially how old are you, Oscar?
Please don't put me on the spot.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. For you younger generation of people, it is okay to watch people you disagree with. Sometimes it's fun having healthy arguments, healthy debates. You know what those are called? Discussions. And that's what makes the world go round. All of this canceling people because you don't like that they're picking on your favorite gymnast, it's a sign of your mental unintelligence. You should be able to hear somebody say,
what about immaturity?
Huh?
What about immaturity?
It's a sign of your mental unintelligence and your actual immaturity. Because you should be able to listen to somebody and say, I don't think Gabby Douglas is going to make the Olympic team. Somebody should be able to say those words and I not block them. I not cuss them out. Why? Because it's their opinion. Just like it's my opinion that I feel like she is going to make this Olympic team, it means nothing. Just like their opinion, who feels like they're not going to make the Olympic team, it means nothing. We all need to learn how to have healthy conversations in 2024.
Yes, listening, disagreeing, but not
Go ahead.
Delaying.
Correct. Listening, disagreeing, and not caring. Why? Because what somebody else's opinions of your favorite, why does it matter? They're your favorite, right? Why does it matter if somebody else doesn't like your favorite? It's your favorite. Your favorite is not the world's favorite.
And take that into other areas of your life.
Especially if you like Nicki Minaj.
Not the vibes.
Especially if you like Taylor Swift. Sometimes, Nathan, it comes out of me. Sometimes.
Yes. I hope that Wally can understand that I'm really enjoying his videos and showing my appreciation by critically engaging.
Correct. I hope Wally, because I don't think I think Wally's in his 30s. I don't know. He could be in his 20s. I'm so sorry. You could be in your 50s. I'm so sorry. I do not know. But it looks like you're in your 30s. I hope that's a compliment. I hope he understands that by making these videos and putting them on YouTube for public opinions, that people also have the right to not agree with what he just put out there, right? Is that fair to say?
I think so.
And your fans, people who support you, have the right to not agree with you. That doesn't mean they don't support you. That just means they don't agree with you.
Ready?
Yes.
Thought we had another Rob Goddess on our hands. It turns out that I still have that opinion. Dina got the shaft yet again. So of these 4 routines that we watched, I would rank them first Kachakova, second Milosevic, third Juarez, and fourth Podkopayeva. And I think that's pretty fair, honestly. So when we look at the final result, we see a rare two-way tie for the gold between Podkopayeva and Milosevic, and then a two-way tie for bronze between Kachikova and Juarez. Definitely not the podium that I would have had. So I think this is a really interesting one. I am very curious to hear all of your guys' thoughts. Was Dina robbed for the second video of the series? Did you think that Lavinia and her routine that she was probably 7 to 10 years too old for was good enough for the gold? Do you forgive all of Podkopayeva's landings and think that she should have been on top? Or did Joanna just suffer from not having a strong enough federation behind her? Should she have won? Please sound off down below. I'm excited to see what you guys have to say. Please hit that thumbs up if you like this video. And I will catch all of you guys in my next one. Do skorovo. Take care. Bye, loves.
Yay!
No, Kyle, this was specifically the European Championship. So the America can't compete at the European Championship. I mean, and why not forgive Lilia's landings if you're going to forgive Dina's form issues?
You really drew my attention to Dina's double layout issues. Was not aware.
I'm just like, sir, I know you can see. I'm sad Claudia retired.
Yeah, Claudia Fragapane. She retired.
Now take Becky Downey with you. Now, with that being said, I'm going to end the show. I love you guys.
I wish you wouldn't end it that way.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Look, Becky Downey, I'm pretty sure you think I dislike it. I absolutely love you, Becky Downey. I wish you won your gold medal a long time ago so you could have been a coach by now
Her
and
gold
teach
medal
Georgia
where?
08, 2012. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I heard Commonwealth for some reason. Okay.
Oh, I said I wish you would have won her gold medal a long time ago.
Well, oh yeah. That's her. I wonder how long that's been her goal for to be the Britain's or the UK's first Olympic champion. Becky posted an amazing routine today from training on bars.
I don't understand how she's allowed to do 3 Takachas in that routine. I thought you were only allowed to do 2.
She does a Hindorf, a Rikna, and a Derwal Fenton. They're from different routes, and you can do the same route if you have a turn in the release, I believe. That's my understanding. Someone tell me if I'm wrong.
But I thought you still could only do 2 Takachas in one routine.
I'm not familiar with that rule. I thought they added this rule about you can only do 2 from the same route. Or 1 from the same route, sorry.
Maybe you're right, but I thought the rule was regardless of routes, you can only do 2 Takachevs in one routine. I thought that was the rule. But clearly Becky Downey was like, oh no, I figured out a way around it.
I can't think of a reason she'd be training that routine if that was a rule. But it's training. Who knows? Oh.
Echo.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So you guys, tomorrow I'll find some other channel to react to, and we could watch the 87 World Championships. Oscar been wanting us to watch this for like 2 weeks, and it's not that I've been avoiding it. It's just I don't know. I haven't been in the mood to watch it, but I'm in the mood now. I'm definitely in the mood now.
Okay.
I'll find another channel for us to react to. So I kind of like reacting to other gymnastics channels. Hey, gymnastics channels, if you want to react to anything that I ever posted or did, feel free to do it. Tag me in it. I would love to see it. This is going to be an ongoing thing over here. Oh, maybe we'll react to addicts next. Would y'all like that?
Maybe, and also, is what I meant, if you want us to react to you, feel free to send us your video or let us know.
Oh, there we go. To the fans, if you want to rant on something gymnastics, but you don't necessarily have the platform, have the energy, but you want to do it, send me a letter. I will read a letter on the show and we could talk about it. You can be anonymous. You can say whatever you want. But trust me, whatever you say, you're going to allow me to say whatever I want to. So, Johnny said yes, Addis. What has Addis done lately to react to? I'm not being messy now. I want what he interviewed. Doesn't he talk to Sandra El Salik every week after the NCAA, or that was just?
What about the Gymnastics Now, their podcast?
Oh yeah, okay, yes, we could. See, I'm just afraid they're gonna copyright strike me because they're Gymnastics Now.
That's
Oh,
smart to be afraid.
I know. I know the one I want to do. I want to do John Orozco's 20. What made me fall in love with? Fuck it, I'll take that copyright strike. So maybe we could react to the damn John Orozco's interview. Support the black male gymnast. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if that's going to be the very next show because that's a very long interview.
It sounds like so much fun. The John Orozco Gymcastic.
But I mean, it'll be worth it. It would be worth it.
The John Orozco Gymcastic tell-all, followed by the women's 1987 World All-Around Final.
Yeah. The only thing I know that Addis did not, this is no shade to Addis, this is no shade to Catherine. I just don't follow this show for personal reasons. I mean, I follow it if it's like if I'm just so happy to like be on Twitch and they're on, but I'm not for to say too much because I don't want to be messy. But tell me what he's done and then or give me another gym. The only reason I say Addis is it's the first gymnastics content creator that came to my mind at that moment in time. We've done Gymlandia, we've done Wally. I
have ideas for you behind the scenes.
Would y'all like us to react to Brielle? She does gymnastics content. Is that her name, Brielle?
I think I know who you're talking about.
Who else does gymnastics content? Ooh, I wonder if I could find them old Gymnasty. Not Gymnasty channel, but it was this other channel called Gymnasty. It was a T channel. And they had all kind of like documentaries and stuff up, but I think YouTube
so
got
what's
them.
the other one? I'm only know Gymnasty, TEA.
I think it's like Gymnast.
Nastly?
Oh, okay. That would be one RJ. The twins. I guess they've done stuff that we could react to.
Gym Pinions. That's who we need to do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can we watch the Rio qualification stuff on YouTube?
What?
If it's up on YouTube, let me tell you something. The Olympics, they won't be gathering this channel. You see a whole bunch of your favorite gymnastics channels just got gathered. It's the Olympic year. A whole bunch of y'all favorite gymnastics channels just got gathered into the ether. This will not be one of them. So you got to be real careful what we choose and what we choose not to. Like, if it's a world that y'all want to watch, it can't be a world that happened on NBC. Y'all better work around it. Work around it. But yeah, tomorrow's show is going to be epic. It's going to be fun. We're going to also, I guess tomorrow might be one of those shows, but we're also going to dive a little bit deeper into Winter Cup. Like,
Ooh, you're really hyping it up.
Hyping it down. Half in, half out. You want us to react to something on half in, half out?
I think they're just naming things now.
We could react to the time I was a guest on the half in, half. Man, maybe not. They probably
Let's
took
do
that down.
that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, they probably took it down. They hate my ass so damn much now. That is one. Oh, that is one. Oh, for that damn addict to sit up there and hate me so much. That is one bitch that I burnt. Ooh, on his behalf. Ooh, them people do not like me. I still love them though. I still love them people. Oh, I love them.
I don't think it's up anymore.
What?
Your episode?
Oh, I doubt. Yeah, they take episodes down. Yeah, I don't think.
That's not nice. Maybe they'll send you a file if we write to them, or I'll write to them.
I mean, if you care that much, like, I mean,
I don't want that to be lost.
It wasn't. It was, again, I was very messy at that moment in time, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's my opportunity. I'm on a pot." So I was kind of very harsh on Makayla Skinner for no reason. Oh, I mean, there was always a reason, but it's one of them things that I wouldn't mind. You know, if it ever faded away, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be.
Oh, so you don't really want to do reaction
with them? I mean, I would if you. I mean, if you found it, I would. But I'm just saying, me personally, it could go either way. It's like certain things. Like I'd be like, "Oh, we should react to some things." Like I want to take. I want to. You know what we should do? This is how we should react to the damn Dorian and Zoe's interview, because I always wanted to bring it back to the channel. I just never knew how without it being messy. I was just gonna like literally download the video and edit edits out and put it on the channel, but I felt like that was gonna be too messy, so I just left it alone.
What year was your episode?
It had to be during the Olympics in 2021 after Classics. It was their Classics recap. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get Makayla Skinner to come on the show. I know that would be hard, because I know I don't talk mad crap, but it's not okay. This is the thing. I don't know if I really could interview Makayla Skinner for real, because there's just certain things I would have to ask her, but I don't know if she would be willing to answer. But if she would want to do a very, 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 what is it called? Not focus. A very specific segment about her opinions about the rules of the NCAA, and I'm not allowed to ask nothing else, I would do that, because I actually agree with her on this issue for once. So, yeah, let Makayla Skinner know that over here at Gymnastics for Everyone, I want to talk to her about this NCAA stuff. I don't know her personally enough to say that I truly dislike her, but I will say the things that she says out of her mouth really bothers me. But I've come to realize that I don't think half of it is her fault. I just think she's, spoiled, privileged.
Do you watch All Things Gymnastics?
they're another group that, bridges has been burnt. I really know they don't like my ass. So, sometimes
So no.
I watched them when they interviewed Gabby Douglas.
Me too.
This is what it is. For their personal show, their All Things Gymnastics podcast, I find it boring. I'm not saying I find them boring. I'm not saying I find what they do boring. I'm just saying the way they do their interviewing style is not. Y'all see the way we do over here. It's not my cup of tea. But I do like when they do commentary for Michigan, when they do their work for Inside Gymnastics, when they get their interviews and stuff. I do like that stuff.
And with that being said,
every gymnastics podcast isn't. That's why I'm so happy, because some people find me too salacious. Some people think, what we got going on over here is too adult, too much cussing, too vulgar, too many opinions. But that's what I like. I run the type of show that I like. I like the talk show, space or whatever. And some people like the news. Some people get their news from CNN. Some people get their news from TMZ.
speaking of, well, what do you think about the Where's Wendy trailer?
Ooh.
Isn't there a Wendy Williams Lifetime series or movie coming out?
Oh, I don't know about it.
I think I saw a trailer for it.
Well, I gotta check it out. Thank you, Kyle. I know this, but the rest of the world is gonna find out about it real soon. No, they already know about it, because every time I talk about something, somehow, some way, just one gymnastics entity always seem to, the very next day, post a clip, find a routine, find something about somebody who I just talked about, very random. So let's put this out in the world. Let's see if they'll do it again. Who is somebody very random?
Fall in our trap. You think?
Huh?
You think they would fall in that obvious of a trap?
Hey, give me credit. Just post it. I don't know you giving me. I don't know. I just know you watch. If you talk about this person in the next coming weeks, random, out of the blue.
Oh, I have a good one.
Sonny Medina was a member of the 1994 Goodwill Games team. She was a teammate to Shannon Miller, who trained with Steve Nuno. Sonny Medina.
But why should anyone go watch her? Why should anyone post her?
What did she do?
Because it sounds like the people or the things that are being posted are like being brought up because of.
Okay. Sonny Medina probably should. What's Fangly Lee? Wait, what's the dismount that Riley McCusker used to do?
The
half turn to a double back.
Fun. Uneven.
I wonder if Sonny Medina should have gotten that credited for her, because she technically, that's what she was doing, but it was giving her credit for a double front with a half turn.
Okay.
All right, Talladega. And with that being said, I gave you guys an extra 30 minutes of the show that I promised y'all that I wouldn't. I'm going to sleep. I'm tired, and I got to go to work tomorrow. But tomorrow, I promise, no matter how tired I am, I'm going to get on this damn thing. Oscar, you hold me to this. And we're going to do a damn show. And we're going to have fun. We're going to kick it like normal. And if
who did Talladega beat?
And pay attention. Just go to #1 Gym Fan. I see they already are posting these meets. And watch the damn meet so we can talk about it in full. Not necessarily you, Oscar. I'm talking to everybody. Because I know we hate the NCAA, but we got to watch the NCAA still or it's going to go away.
And Mostepanov fan.
Oh, yeah, and most of the point, because for whatever reason, they're able to get some meets that even #1 Gym Fan can't get. So I don't know.
It's really cool.
And they're posting a lot of the smaller schools too, just not the big name schools too, which is. So I love you guys. I love you so very much. Thank you, Oscar. You are always so wonderful. Go check out Oscar's YouTube channel. Cream. No. Don't tell me. I know it. Is Catfish. No.
Yes.
Catfish Crimshaw.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Go check out Oscar.
And Gymnastics Saves Lives on Instagram.
Definitely. Support his channel. Go watch his videos too. And we will be back tomorrow for some more gymnastics fun over here at Makayla Loves Gymnastics. I love you guys. Here's the outro video. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of